beautiful music, dangerous rhythm.
Author Richard Barrios, and this year his program is called A Song in the Dark / Dangerous Rhythm. And Dangerous Rhythm is also the name of his new book that's coming out, which he will tell you about in just a minute. But I do want to tell you, you probably have seen it already, but if you haven't seen it, right by the registration table, right behind the people sitting there, there is a big poster of the cover of Richard's new book. It's very, very attractive. Fred Ginger around there, so check that out on your way out. So now, to host the program, here is Richard Barrios.
Thank you, Jerry, and thank you, Cinephiles of Syracuse and elsewhere, for the wonderful reception you give me every year, and your incredibly kind words and interest, and even some of the weird questions I get. As Jerry noted, I have written a new book, and I hope you like it. And one of the reasons I'm especially happy about the book coming out is because it has on the back jacket a very glowing blurb from my and I think your favorite film historian, one Leonard Maltin. As you all know, or most of you know, if you've been coming here, I do these shows where I put out very, sometimes odd, and sometimes wonderful, and occasionally ghastly, musical numbers from the very early years of sound film. And that is to go along with the first book I wrote called A Song in the Dark, The Birth of the Musical Film. Now this year's program continues that tradition with a twist, and as Jerry noted, the title is Songs of the Dark and Dangerous Rhythms. So the first half of the program will be the same old strange stuff that I run every year from 1928 to 1933, although this year it is all new material, hallelujah. And following the second half of the program will be sort of in line with my new book, Dangerous Rhythm, which covers the entirety of musical film from the beginning of Vitaphone to after Les Mis and Frozen. And so it encompasses the whole of that. And, you know, the main thrust of the book, I think, is that musicals, you know, they come up with new things, but basically the ones that understand where they come from and what their roots are the ones that work the best. And so you see the beginning, and then you see the ones later on who really learned. Because I think any musical that comes along and thinks it's totally fresh and new and isn't beholden to the past is fooling itself, or else it's fooling us, and we're not going to buy it.
It's something daring, the continental, a way of dancing that's really ultra new. It's very subtle, the continental, because it does what you want it